Pastor D, you preached an incredible message this morning, and I know you having to transition your thoughts somewhat to the spirit of Amalek, and I know you can do that. Question number 2 is, how important is my support system in relation to dealing with the spirit of Amalek?
I would say it's pretty important.
Yeah.
Moses, I guess, is our example in that chapter.
Right.
And you all know the story when he had Aaron and Hur holding his arms up. They were winning the fight. When they weren't holding his arms up, they were losing the fight. Really, which tells me if Amalek, I want to go back to question number 1.
Yeah.
Because Amalek is relatable to all of us, but as it pertains to the church, and normally I talk to individuals, but if we're speaking corporately, Amalek is really a spirit that's not, and this is no offense to anyone, but it's not really concerned with just anyone.
Right.
Amalek is more concerned about purposeful people in leadership. Anytime you see attacks from Amalek, it really has to do with that.
Right.
And so the question really isn't my support system that's just around me, but also am I being a support system too? Because we're all in this thing together. What I've learned is what goes around comes around. If you ain't there for people when they're going through their times, then don't be looking around expecting people to be there for you when you're going through your times. And so ally, yourself in, and connect yourself to different support systems. Get yourself in a church, be practical, in a house where you're all fighting the same battle, so to speak. And I know that I'm not saying dealing with the same issues as far as, maybe your hindrances. But if you're going through something like that, then ally yourself with people that are going through the same things, Get into a house where you have to become a part of a support system because it does create that corporate energy, and it'll give you a certain strength. But Amalek being birthed from Esau also is a spirit that feels left out, and I think that's why we see it so much.
Yeah.
Esau felt overlooked, and he felt like he was not done right. And even, Jacob's mother told him that Esau's going to try to kill you to console himself. And I think that spirit rests in Amalek also. It doesn't quit because its satiation and satisfaction is only found in killing you. And it doesn't stop until it can kill you. And for those of you that are men, sometimes some fights, if somebody's after you to kill you, the only way to stop them is you got to kill them, Men understand what I'm saying, but some things you can't be diplomatic with. Some spirits you can't pacify. You just have to completely take it out.
Right.
Or it's always going to come back, which I'm sure you're going to get into some more with Saul and everything. But
yeah, we'll get there. I fully concur. We'll move to question number 3 because it has to do with where we are right now. What is my responsibility in regards to my leaders when the Amalekite spirit shows up? That is manifest in the first. There's a lot of firsts in Exodus chapter 17. It's the first battle that the Israelites fought. It's the first time God ever told anybody to write anything. And he told Moses to write this as a memorial for all generations. I am diametrically opposed to Amalek from generation to generation. Where this happened is in a region called Rephidim, which means support system. You will all come to a place in your life where you find out who's with you and who's not with you. Your responsibility as a support to your leaders when the Amalekite spirit shows up is this. Let's make it very practical. I went through a season where my humanity was exposed on the platform of the public eye at a level that few people will ever experience. Some of it was true. Most of it was not. The fact is, very few people knew what was true and what was not true. My mama always told me, if you don't know what you're talking about, don't open your mouth. So in my opinion, when the spirit of Amalek shows up in regards to your leader, you must immediately, you do not entertain it. Too many people are bent to hear. They might not even say nothing, they just want to hear. Mom is not the word. Okay? So what you have to do is you have to basically say, I am not going to allow you to transfer your opinion, your bitterness, your perspective on me to try to get me to see something like you see it, because I never saw it to begin with. So for me to give an opinion, I'd have to believe what you're saying. And I'm not just going to believe what you're saying, so I'm going to ask you to go ahead and be quiet right now. And then kindly walk off, whispering up underneath your breath, Amalek. And just walk away. And do not entertain it. Are y'all with me right now? Do not give it an endorsement. Do not give it credence. Address it and say, for example, if it's your pastor, you just say, you're not going to talk about my pastor. That's just not going to happen. Because many people believe that the news is the truth just because it's the news. And I'm here to tell you, just because it's the news don't mean it's true. Preach in the building, Pastor Rick. My goal tonight is to get you to understand that there's a spirit that is not comfortable with purpose-driven people. And it will do all it can do to destroy that destiny. And some of you have been dealing with issues from your past. And in Jesus' name, tonight, before this program is over, you're going to get you a revelation. That the confrontation is a confirmation that you're still called. In Jesus' name.